Honestly, here's 100% the truth. It's not like the floor is lava. It's not like touching resin will cause any of your extremities to just evaporate. That's not the case.
Victory is mine.
What happens with uncured resin is you can develop an allergy or a reaction or something like that. Some people, when they get uncured resin on their skin, the skin reddens or bubbles, or it can be bad. That can happen. I have found that that doesn't happen with me. And once the footage was shot that you saw, I went into the house and I washed my hands with soapy water for more than 20 seconds. And so everything turned out okay. Again, always do what you can to be as safe as possible when handling the resin. If it does get onto your skin, if uncured resin does happen to get onto any parts of your skin, just wash it as soon as you can. You may or may not develop a sensitivity to uncured resin, and you'll only know if, unfortunately, it gets on your fingers. I don't have that sensitivity. You may or may not, but that's the case. That's what happened there, and so I will always...
Hey, just fucking leave it! They're gonna blow fire in your face, you fucking donkey!
Water in 3, 2, 1. Yeah! I really like how it looks. I like how it feels. It doesn't smell like anything right now because it's fully cured, so we're good, but...
Get served. Look, come here, all of you. He brings that pissing over.
Spray it off.
And the big surprise is the fucking bass is fucking raw! What the fuck is going on?
Only handle fully cured, washed, and safe prints, especially on your face.
You can get through it. But some of these pieces I think turned out really, really well. Even the ones where I didn't coat them in clear coat, they've kind of got like a, I don't know, I actually kind of like the look of them where it's this like a foggy glass look. I don't know, everything needs to be super shiny and polished. If you don't know, in order to get something transparent or clear, it has to have a really fine surface. Any scratches is gonna make it look cloudy. So you can take a resin like this one and you can sand it and polish it and you can give it a really clear glass.
Burn! You're cooking in a burnt pan, you fucking dick! Oh my god, leave it, leave it, leave it! Just fucking leave it! They're gonna blow fire in your face, you fucking donkey!
Basically no yellowing at all. If you're used to most clear resins, or at least a lot of the clear resins we've been dealing with for a long time, as you expose them to UV light, they'll turn more yellow over time. And these don't really, they don't do that.
This is not possible.
You're done. You're done.
That's what I get served. Look, come here, all of you. He brings that pissing over. And the big surprise is the fucking bass is fucking raw!
Windowsill.
What the fuck is going on?
Months or so. And even then, it's a slightly older formula. The newer formula should even have less yellowing than this guy, if any at all. I exposed this guy right here, this flame, on my unfinished human torch. I exposed this under UV light in my cure station for 30 minutes to see if I could get any yellowing out of it, where I exposed her for 10 minutes. And I don't think there's any difference at all between the two colors. It's not yellowing, it's staying quite bright. Now, if you want to get a shiny surface, that's something else you can do besides sanding, because sitting there sanding and polishing, again, for me, I don't have a lot of time. That sucks. But there's another way to get around that. And that's where I printed some chest pieces out of this resin. Now, this one has been just coated with a clear coat. Well, I guess not those ones, but you know, these ones right here. I did about half of them in a clear coat and half of them not. And you can definitely see there is a difference between the ones that have been coated and haven't been coated. They're quite a bit shinier, quite a bit glossier. And even then, a couple more coats on these things are like a quick sanding would even polish them up even more.
When clear resin turns yellow, it's not dirt, it's chemistry gone wrong. UV light links resin molecules together, but too much UV at once scrambles the reaction, just like mixing epoxy the wrong way. That creates yellow molecules, trapped stress, and brittle bonds. Yellow means chemical overreaction. Milky white means
strength regardless of the printing orientation. 3 samples each. Resin prints have the convenient property that they have approximately the same strength regardless of the printing orientation. So I didn't bother and just printed standing parts. After the part was finished,
We've done some pretty weird experiments when it comes to adding stuff into resins on this channel before. Those were mostly about trying to make them stronger or give them specific properties, but you know, what if you just want to make parts that look better than what you can do with commercially available resins? So resin slush that we're trying to print with is not going to be usable in the printer anymore. Is there like a minimum amount of fiber that we have to add to actually get an improvement and not just to create those stress concentrations? I don't know. I'm not a material scientist and I don't have the background knowledge about composites to actually make an informed judgment on whether that's actually going to help or not. But if you know more about this than I do, please let me know in the comments below. Thinking it's just the bed squishing them down. So I did try another print that was done at 100 micron instead of 50 with the Bora Bora blue, but you can see that in here, that did not finish. But what I think happened is that the particles in this Bora Bora blue were just blocking out way too much light, and yeah, the print obviously failed because the layers didn't cure thoroughly enough
and create a better bond for the print to the fabric. I definitely think this idea is still feasible considering how well it's bonding to the mesh. The biggest problem is just attaching this fabric to the print head. So you can already see what I meant by the first layer bleeding.
And somewhere along the way, people got so carried away printing children's toys that they lost all common sense and got scammed by an artificial sunlight box that's worse than what you get for free.
Think your wash and cure station makes prints stronger? Think again. These machines aren't designed for durability. They're designed for shelf appeal. They hit your print with low power UV, enough to make it look done, while the inside stays soft. That's why models warp or crack later. It's the shortcut cure. Here's the twist. Leave that print outside, you'll get a better cure. Real sunlight has a full UV spectrum, offering more curing power than these boxes deliver. Longer exposure, deeper polymerization, tougher parts, all from daylight. Even in 2025, these consumer cure stations are a scam. Marketing promises durability, but reality shows fixed LEDs and shallow curing. These stations undercure the interior to avoid surface brittleness. It's cutting corners. Limited controls and marketing keep you buying pro models with the same tech. The resin industry sells optics and convenience. Nature sells results. Cure smart, not fast.
Just enough to make it look done, while the inside stays soft and fragile. That's why your models warp, crack, or yellow later. It's not you, it's the shortcut cure. Here's the twist. If you just leave that same print outside and let nature do its thing, you'll get a better cure.
Your 3D print might look perfect outside, but is it fully cured inside? Let's start with clear or light-colored prints. They're the easiest and most reliable to test. For clear prints, you can expose them to strong sunlight or a high UV lamp for 10 minutes. If there's no color or flexibility change, the print is fully cured inside. Another option for clear prints is the Platinum Cure silicone drop test. If the drop stays sticky, the surface still contains uncured resin or leaching compounds. Note, some tough resins naturally block silicone even when fully cured. That's normal. Next, the heat check. Place your print in warm water at 40-45 degrees, 104-113 degrees for 5 minutes. A fully cured print stays firm and rigid. If it softens or bends, the inside isn't fully cross-linked, and it could still leach unreacted chemicals over time. Finally, the sound test. Tap lightly with metal on a hard surface. A crisp click means the resin is solid throughout. A dull thud suggests softer, undercured material inside. Less reliable than heat, but a useful backup check. Use these checks, high UV or silicone for clear prints, heat for all, and sound as a backup to ensure your resin is fully cured, strong, and safe. That means no hidden leaching and long-lasting prints, even for dark or solid-colored resin. Bottom line, even for clear resin, standard preset curing timers can leave the interior partially uncured. For true full cure, rely on extended controlled exposure and verification tests. Stop! That 3D resin mask could be dangerous. Uncured resin may contain unknown reactive chemicals, especially if the resin is old, mixed, or improperly stored. These can irritate skin, eyes, and lungs. Wearing uncured prints on your face or body is risky. Even if the surface looks dry, the interior can still release harmful chemicals, causing burns, rashes, or allergic reactions. Always fully post-cure prints under UV or sunlight, wash thoroughly, and never wear them on your face until fully cured. Bottom line, uncured resin is unpredictable and potentially harmful. Only handle fully cured, washed, and safe prints, especially on your face.